This is VOA News. I'm Steve Miller. Supporters of a coup in Niger ransacked and set fire to the headquarters of the ruling party in the capital of Niamey on Thursday after the army command declared its backing for the takeover carried out by soldiers of the Presidential Guard. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that he spoke earlier with Nigerian President Mohamed Bazoum and that the situation was serious.
Today, a very strong appeal, not only for him to be immediately released, but not only that, for the democratic institutions to be reestablished.
The United States also says it has not seen any credible indications of involvement by Russia or by the Russian Wagner Group private army in the coup in the African country. That's according to White House spokesperson Karine Jean-Pierre on Thursday. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin on Thursday said that Russia would continue exporting grain, including free-of-charge supplies, to Africa despite what he called, quote, illegal sanctions imposed by the West. In an address, the Russian president said that his country would provide 20 to 25,000 tons of grain for 3 to 4 months to several African countries. The summit follows Russia's withdrawal from a grain deal that allowed Black Sea exports to vital to many African countries, a move that drew strong condemnation from around the world. Kyiv is saying that it has launched a major push against Russian forces in the southeastern part of the country as part of its weeks-long counteroffensive. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says that Ukraine appears to be conserving manpower and equipment in the move. This is VOA News. A device planted in a taxi exploded in a Damascus suburb near the Shiite Muslim shrine on Thursday, a day before the holy day of Ashura. The state-run Syria Public Authority for Radio and Television said there were reports of injuries in the blast, but did not elaborate. The Britain-based opposition war monitor, Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, however, reported that 10 people were killed or wounded. With heat waves spreading across the United States, U.S. President Joe Biden unveiled some new steps to protect outdoor workers. We hear now from AP correspondent Shelley Adler.
The record temperatures, and I mean record, are now affecting more than 100 million Americans.
Which is why President Biden directed the Department of Labor to increase inspections of potentially dangerous workplaces like farms and construction sites. He also wants heightened enforcement of heat safety violations.
I've asked Acting Labor Secretary Julie Su to issue a heat hazard alert. It clarifies that workers have federal heat-related protections.
The president also encouraged people to check on neighbors and loved ones during the heat wave and head to cooling centers.
I want the American people to know help is here, and we're going to make it available to anyone who needs it.
I'm Shelley Adler.
Wildfires caused explosions at an Air Force ammunition dump in central Greece Thursday. The site, which is outside the military air base of Nia Anchialios near Volos, was evacuated safely with no injuries reported. Strong wind gusts caused flare-ups around the country, disrupting high traffic and rail services. The fires have raged across parts of the country for over 2 weeks, leaving at least 5 people dead. Earlier, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres shared data that July appears to be set for the hottest month on record.
Humanity is in the hot seat.
Some 15,000 members of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors continued their strike Thursday to protest poor working conditions, shutting down health care in critical wards across the country's public hospitals. Adenuga Omagbolahan is a physician, and he spoke with the Associated Press.
We are not asking for too much. We are saying they should increase the minimum wage because the current minimum wage is a criminal wage. It is not a living wage. It cannot take us anywhere.
Nigerian doctors say that there is an unprecedented number of them leaving Nigeria for better job offers abroad without being replaced. And the World Health Organization reports that Nigeria has a ratio of 4 doctors to 10,000 patients, and that's as of 2021. From Washington, I'm Steve Miller, VOA News.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.